Hello, I'm back. Yeah, uh, so I decided I'm just not gonna play a game for now. Okay, yeah, because my computer can't handle it. Can't handle recording Pong. It can't handle me just playing Pong as well as a game as well as looking at me. I said that wrong. Okay. Anyways, that's not why we're here today. We're here to. I'm gonna tell you a story. The story of how I got my PS4 account unsuspended. And I might be like, why are you telling this story? Nobody cares. Well, number one, if you don't know, I used to go live on my PS4 like all the time. Sorry, I went live all the time. Or actually, yeah, my bad. I went live like every 5 months on my PS4. It was just more practical. I had a headset so I could just at least talk. Didn't have a camera though. It's PS4. It doesn't have a camera. But I used to live stream from it. You know how it was Fortnite, Fallout 4, things like that, and the games I had, and yeah, haircut. Yeah, we'll ignore that for now. Anyways, yeah. So my my PS4 account got suspended a while back, a long time ago. Now, if you're wondering what that particularly means, it means that my account was suspended forever. I couldn't log on unless I paid back something, and we'll get into that. So it all started. It was on my break. It was on my break, by the way. So let's make that out of the way. So I was hanging out in my room, chilling, watching some videos like I usually do. When all of a sudden my sister came by and she was like, "Yo, the PS4 is not working. I want to watch Netflix, but it's not letting me." I'm like, "Huh? What?" I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" She's like, "Come look." I'm like, "Okay." I went over there. Boom. I wasn't logged on to PSN or PlayStation Network. Now I tried to log back on to the network to try to get it to work, but well, it wouldn't let me log on, and it wouldn't let me log on. I put my password like at least like 3 to 4 times, as well as my username. Just boop 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 boop. Suspended. But I got it wrong a couple times because I forget things, so I forgot my password. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wrong password, dude. Nah. Who? So yeah, I couldn't log on. By the way, that was extremely unfunny. I didn't even laugh, and I usually laugh at my own jokes. Damn, I'd be like that. Ignore that. Anyways, so after that, I was like, I was probably just temporarily suspended. I'm not sure what happened. I probably got reported by someone for doing something, but that's weird. I don't play a lot of online games, so yeah, I don't play online games. By the way, I usually only play like single player games, which are pretty interesting to me. I played Fallout 4. I played God of War. I played Minecraft once or twice there, but I also played Spider-Man. That was one of my other live streams, and I kind of liked it. It was great. I'm pretty sure it's like after I beat it though. After I beat it, so that was kind of useless. I was thinking of doing Doom Eternal. You know, that fun hip game that I kind of enjoyed. I enjoyed the original Doom on my Switch, so I got Doom Eternal, and I was thinking of live streaming it. But we're getting sidetracked. Anyways, the reason I didn't do it was because I wanted it to be a personal experience. I love the game so much. I wanted it to be just my experience through it. Anyways, aside from that, so yeah, I don't play a lot of multiplayer games, so I don't know what happened to my account. I'm like, it's probably temporarily suspended. It'll be back maybe in like the next 2, 3 days, maybe even a week. uh 2 3 days pass, nothing happens, nothing changes. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. And so I had to go to the official PS4 website and ask for help, which you should always do. The experts, they know what they're doing, like almost all the time, because they're experts in this thing. But yeah, I had to go to get some help for it. And now they told me something strange, something very strange. They're like, what's the problem? I'm like, oh, my account got suspended. And they're like, oh, okay, okay, what happened? Where they're like, something or something. I had to put my username and my thing down. It's nothing to worry about. But yeah, I had to provide some information about what my account was, and so they're like, "Oh yeah, uh, yeah, there's a problem." I'm like, "I know. Uh, what happened though?" And they're like, "Okay, so let me explain to you the problem before I get into what happened afterward." So the problem was is that the subscriptions on the PS Plus and PS Now, they only really charge you at the end of the month. Wow, shocking. But I usually thought that it was just like you pay it. My bad. Anyways, I thought that you had to pay it and then you got a month off. That you didn't have to pay it. But no, they don't even charge for the most of the month. At the end of the month, then they charge you. And I'm like, oh, what happened? And they're like, yeah, you owe us like $10. And I'm like, what? And so I had to owe them $10, dude. I owe them $10. Okay, so apparently one of the payments didn't go down right. My mom had to cut her card. There it is. Yeah. You shouldn't be using your mom's credit card. I wasn't using it. I wasn't. But we had a subscription. But I forgot to cut it when we didn't use it anymore. And so, hold on. And so, when her card hits the bucket, they can't really get some money. They can't really like confirm the transaction, so they put my account in debt, meaning I had to owe them money. And so I saw that problem. I'm like, oh, yeah, man. And I explained to them, yeah, so it so happened that when the PS Now expired, my mom had already cut her card. Yeah. Hey, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm a kid. I'm like, I'm 15, but next week I'm turning 16, so I'm trying to get used to calling myself 16. Because it's going to be weird when people say that. Anyways, so, yeah. So there was this issue. I had to solve it. So, after that, I was like, hey, ma, there's like an issue with my PS4 account. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, what, did you talk to someone about it? I'm like, yeah, I did talk to someone about it. And they're like, okay, then what's the issue? She says, and I'm like, mm, yeah, I kind, uh, my account's in debt. And she's like, anger. What? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then she's like, child, what does that mean? And I'm like, it means that there's an issue with the account, and I have to get a little card for the PS Store. And she's like, how much do they cost? And I'm like $20. And she's like, oh, okay, I guess go buy it. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I bought it. It was maybe like a day or two afterward that I got it actually. After that, I'm like, oh yeah, I just went to bed. I didn't worry about it. I didn't use the PS4 a lot, except when I live streamed on it. And so we're near the end of our tale. So one day we go to the next 2 days pass. I head to the store nearby. I got a PS Store card. You know those little cards, the little PS4 store thing, have a little code in the back that you just scratch off and you put the code in. Yeah, we got one of those. So I got it, and then I went into this thing. They sent to my Gmail. They're like, oh yeah, oh my bad. They're like, oh okay, so put the information here on this page, and then boom, we'll unsuspend your account maybe one business day later. So I did do that, but the issue is I got some information on it wrong. Not like the card, but like my actual like details on my account. And so it didn't register, or it said that something was off. So I wait maybe 1, 2 days, and I'm like, that's strange. The account should have gone on banned by now. And she's like, or my sister told me, is it fixed? I'm like, hopefully. We checked, wasn't fixed. Then I said what I just said earlier. Then she's like, well, um, huh, uh, what happened? And like, I don't know. How long is the business day? And she's like, just walks away. And I'm like, bruh, that doesn't answer my question. How long's a business day? And she's like, a day. And I'm like, bruh. Now, of course, I didn't think it was like an actual day because I'm dumb. I'm big dumb. I 2 IQ moment. Don't worry about it. And so I wait like a day in their work terms, which they work from like 7 to 6. So I waited 2 days for them to actually do something, but they didn't because I didn't enter the account information right. So I talked to them again, and they told me the situation of like, dude, you got some things wrong. Just go back. I'll resend the email to you. Then you could solve the problem. And I'm like, cool, thanks. Ah man, I just got that information wrong, bruh. Moment. And so I fixed the situation. Like, yeah, I fixed the situation. So I went back, put the information down correctly this time, put the card information down correctly this time, and then I just send it off. Next day, boom, account back. And I'm like, cool, that's great. And so my sister was able to use it to watch Netflix and things like that. And I was able to go online sometimes, or at least use my account. So yeah, that happened a while back. The account's been cool for now. Most likely the incident with the subscription is not gonna happen because, well, I don't have a subscription now. It's not on the card. I'd be like, wait, 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 wait. They're like, stop. What was the problem again? I'm like, okay, now let me explain to you the problem. So we already did the subscription. So the subscription was done, but we just had to pay at the end of the month. But her account got declined like right here at the end of it, and so I couldn't pay it. And so they put my account into debt. You understand? Nod once if yes. Like this. This. Oh, oh wait. Hey, you did it. Hopefully. Anyways, yep, that solves that little adventure, and that's the end of the story time. I know I couldn't make a gameplay video today. I'll have to. I don't know, man. Something's come up. My insufficient heart. My computer sucks ass apparently, and it can't do gaming and recording my face together. I have to find out something. Either that or just not record my face, which is easy. But of course, you don't get to see my face, which might be good actually. Then again, I do have good reactions. Ah, I'll find a way. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I'll find a way. Anyways, that'll be it for my TED Talk, or no, my story time. Unfortunately, this can't be animated since I don't know how to animate, nor do I have money to hire people, nor can I hire people. Real life, real life story time. Yes. See you guys next time.